is Unit 2, Lesson 8. This is out of sections 2.4, 7.2, and also worksheet B for Unit 2. And these are pages 127 and pages 407. And we're looking at area. A triangle, and trapezoid. And we're also looking at volume of a cube and a rectangular solid.
Excuse me.
And when we say a rectangular solid, we mean like a cardboard box. That's kind of a rectangular box shape. Okay, we'll start with 2.4, page 127, and we'll take a look at problem 117, and I'm going to say 117 modified. Okay, and there it says geometry. A sail is the shape of a triangle with a base, and I changed that to 14 meters. So here's our sail. Our base is 14 meters. And when we say base, basically we say it's like the bottom of the triangle. Okay, and then here we have a height. Now the height is always perpendicular to the base. And when we say perpendicular, we mean they're right angles. Like, for example, the ceiling is perpendicular to the wall. And the wall, they're right angles to each other. The wall is perpendicular to the floor, and so on. Okay, so the height is always perpendicular to the base. So we have a base of 14 meters instead of 12 meters, and a height of 20 meters. And I changed that from 16 meters in the book. How much canvas is needed to make the body of the sail? Okay, well, what we're looking at here is we're talking about the body of the sail, right? So let's say this sail is blue. Well, what we're talking about here is area. So I'm kind of shading this in this whole area here in blue. So what we want here is the area of this sail. Okay. So with that, we need since the sail is what kind of shape? Triangle, right? So therefore the area of a triangle is what equation? We'll say A for area equals to
Length times width. Length times width plus.
well, you're close.
LWH. I read this somewhere.
There's a way it's actually 1/2 base times the height. And I'll tell you why it's close. Because here's a rectangle, right? And we know the area of a rectangle is length times width. And we could also say this is base times height as well. Here's the base and the height. But we normally say length times width. Now, if you cut that in half, what do we got now? A triangle. So therefore, the area of a triangle is 1/2. We don't say length and width, we say base and height. So that's a way that you can remember that. Okay? Okay, so here's our base, and here's our height. So therefore, we're going to say that the area of our sail is 1/2. Okay, our base is 14 meters, right? And our height is 20 meters. Okay, now we could say that, okay, this is 14/1, this is 20/1. And so what can we do here before we go ahead and multiply?
Cancel out.
We can cancel out. We can either cancel the 2 and the 14. Now I like to cancel, if I can, with the larger number, because then we have smaller, that makes it even smaller numbers that we're working with. So I'm going to cancel the 2 and the 20, and that's going to be 10 meters, right? So now it's easy, because 14 times 10 is what?
140.
140, right. And then we have meters times meters is meters squared, right. So you see, using the units in our equation can help us to determine what our units are. Okay? It's like using, we haven't really worked with variables yet, but it's like using 2 times 2, or a number times a number is a number squared. So, in this case, we're using m times m is m squared. Okay? So, using the units in our equation helps us to kind of remember what our units are in our answer. Okay? And that's it. Okay? That's what we're looking for. That's our, how much canvas we need for the body of our sail. Alright, any questions with that? So, the next thing we're going to look at is the other problem is pretty much like that one for the homework. So let's take a look at page 407. And here we're looking at, in problem 407, there's some problems that you see at the top, 60, 61, 62. Well, those are the problems that you're going to be getting on the homework. So I'm going to do one that's similar to problem 61.